Night feeding can be tiring and exhausting, especially if it's happening multiple times a night.
No!
But what do we do? How do we get rid of it? Today's question is, how do I wean from night feeds? So, the first thing we need to look at though is if your baby is actually capable of sleeping through the night. It's still quite normal to have 1 or 2 night wakes or night feeds until your baby is established on solids. And by established on solids, we mean your baby is having at least 2 meals a day of around about half a cup. Until then, it's completely normal to see 1 or 2 night wakes for a feed. Once your baby is established on solids, the next thing we need to look at is if your baby is waking out of genuine hunger or if your baby is waking out of a habit wake. A couple of things that we can work out if it's a habit versus hunger wake is if the wake is happening at exactly the same time every night, it is more likely to be out of habit. Another indicator is if you are feeding your baby overnight, if they are then not interested in having breakfast or their first milk feed of the day once you start the day. So there are a couple of strategies to wean from night feeds, and I'm going to go through our 3 that we often recommend to our customers. Option 1, resettle at the first wake and then feed at the next wake, and so on. So alternating feeds and resettling. You continue doing this for a few nights until the first wake has disappeared, and that will generally happen after 3 to 4 nights of doing this. Option 2. Option 2 is to reduce the amount of feeds that you are offering your baby, whether it be bottle or breast milk. You can easily do this by reducing the amount of a bottle every 3 days by 30 mils or 1 ounce. Now you do this every 3 days and you only ever do it at the first wake until the first wake is gone, and then you would repeat with the next wake. If you are breastfeeding, you would reduce the amount of feeding time by 5 minutes every 3 days. Once the bottle is down to 60 mils or 2 ounces, you can resettle now without needing to have a feed. The same if you're breastfeeding, once you're down to a 5-minute feed, you can resettle instead of feeding. So this option gives us a way of slowly reducing the night feeding so that your baby can increase their calorie intake through the day, and it allows them to catch up without being hungry overnight. Option 3. Option 3 is only for those who are absolutely positive that every single night wake, or even if there's 1 night wake, it is definitely not hunger, is to just stop feeding at all overnight. Now I'd only recommend this option if you have 1 wake and you are absolutely 100% sure that your baby isn't waking out of genuine hunger. So there are our 3 options of reducing night feeds, and I hope that helps. Remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and head to our website if you need any further information. That's www.littlenones.co.